Speaking of mystery, so I was thinking about this morning. You know, we all know in football that the quarterback is like 75% of the equation and the coach is 25%. All the other parts aren't worth a point a game. Even a great receiver is maybe worth half a point. You got the right quarterback, Mahomes, and the right coach, Andy Reid. Everything else, you can rebuild the O-line. This year, the Chiefs played a ton of rookies. They had to rebuild the defense. It doesn't matter. Same with Josh Allen. They can't figure out the offensive line. They don't have a dependable running game. They got to move off free agents. They'll still be really, really good. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor, offensive line's been a wreck. Defense was good. Wide receiver, young, stars, not perfect. Move off this running back. They got Joe Burrow and an offensive coach who embraces him and elevates him. Everything else doesn't really matter. And then there's Lamar Jackson. And, you know, there's a bit of him it's getting very interesting to me. Is Lamar Jackson becoming Kawhi Leonard? Think about it. Unquestionably, top 10 franchise talents. Neither trusts anybody. Kawhi uses Uncle Dennis as his agent. Lamar used his mom and now an unlicensed agent. They've got a trust issue. Both have had injuries, and around both injuries, there's nothing but mystery. Both in college were overlooked and have a chip on their shoulder. Both land in ideal situations. Kawhi Leonard, who's not real verbal, goes to San Antonio, very quiet, about the culture, not the stars. Perfect situation. Lamar goes to the Ravens. Exceptionally well run. Defense, run game. Patient, letting him grow with Flacco for a year. But yet by like year 4 or 5 with Kawhi Leonard, it got odd. And he got hurt. And there was mystery. And we never really got a straight answer. And now in year 3 or 4 for Lamar Jackson, he's hurt. And there's mystery, and it's odd, and we never really got a straight answer. Could he have played? I thought he was ready to play in late December. Then he never played. They're kind of becoming the same guy. Kawhi is an enigma. So is Lamar Jackson. None of us would question their franchise worthy. But they have very unique personalities, and I'm not sure either personality translates to long-term success or leadership. Lamar came into the NFL as it was pivoting to a passing league, and we had questions, could he pass? Kawhi came into the league as it was pivoting to a three-point league, and what's always been the enduring question early for him, is he ever going to shoot three-pointers consistently? Very, very interesting. The difference is that for a franchise quarterback, it is a highly verbal position. You got to talk, you got to lead. Mystery doesn't work. Think how great Aaron Rodgers' career has been. And yet, in the last 2 years, what's happened? There's a lot of mystery. What is going on? And it's even eroded trust by the Packers with their star quarterback, who's given them nothing but division titles. Mystery. It could be great for movie stars. The great Jack Nicholson said, I'm not going to go on Leto or Letterman or Carson. Why would I give away my product for free? I want mystery. There's a lot of areas I think mystery is really good. Michael Jordan mostly hid for his NBA career. He wasn't out at clubs. No, Michael, he'd go chop it up with some friends, be in his hotel room. That's why his documentary and the Air movie is so fascinating. There's so many layers to Michael Jordan we didn't know about. He wasn't on Instagram. They didn't have it. He wasn't on Twitter. And frankly, even as an owner, he was private. Retirement, he's private. He golfs. He hangs out with his fam. He's private. So mystery works. But does it work for a franchise quarterback? I don't know. But I wake up this morning, I'm hearing about the Colts wanting to make a run at Lamar Jackson. And I think, is it true? Who would know? Nobody ever talks. I'm not anti-mystery. It sells. It's fascinating. It makes me want you more. But I'm not sure if it works for a franchise quarterback. I know the Clippers have been nothing but frustrated with Kawhi Leonard, who sometimes shows up at 3:45 to 4 o'clock at the arena and advises Ty Lue, yeah, I'm not going to play tonight. Wasn't it Lamar Jackson in December? We were told he was ready to play. Now I'm not going to play for the next couple of weeks. I really like him. I really like Kawhi. But it's getting odd and strange. I'm just not sure that's what I want running my franchise. Kawhi doesn't trust anybody. Lamar apparently doesn't even trust the Ravens. They're one of the top 4 or 5 run organizations in the NFL. But the story this morning, Colts, are they going to make a run at Lamar Jackson? I think you have to ask yourself more than just football questions with Lamar these days. And I don't think that's a good thing. The Jets have traded Elijah Moore, a slot receiver, kind of immature. Nobody knows quite how he fits. They trade him to Cleveland, and they get a number 2 pick, a second-round pick, and they give up a 3rd pick in Elijah Moore. So they're going to use that pick eventually to land Aaron Rodgers. The Packers want at least a second-round pick, so now the Jets have 2. The Jets' receiving core today is better than last year already. Alan Lazard is a dependable, probably a number 2 or a number 3 big receiver. Not a lot of drama with Alan Lazard. Aaron Rodgers likes him. And now McCole Hardman came over as well from Kansas City, so they're bigger at wide receiver and they're faster at wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers Airlines always has some turbulence, but the Jets are having to make a bunch of moves, but there's no denying this morning with McCole Hardman and Alan Lazard and eventually Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are better. And as you look at the Jets, you think, oh, my gosh, they're making a bunch of noise, and noise isn't good. Jets quarterbacks, the good ones and the talented ones, have almost always been noisy. Joe Namath, the rock star, partying late into the night was noisy. Mark Sanchez, the GQ cover, the good-looking kid was noisy. Favre was noisy for a year. Zach Wilson, rumors about his mom's friend was noisy. Sam Darnold partied so hard he got mono. Aaron Rodgers is a perfect fit. The New York Giants are the opposite. Jeff Hostetler, Phil Simms, Eli Manning, Daniel Jones, they're quiet. They're kind of funny once they retire, but they're very corporate. The Giants are blue blood. The Jets have always been the little brother. They're the little dog in the neighborhood that makes all the noise to prove how tough he is, and the big dog rolls its eyes because it doesn't have to prove how good it is, how big it is, how tough it is. That's the difference between the Giants and the Jets. One, the Giants are an accounting firm. One's a nightclub. The Jets bark and make noise, and that's what they do, and that's what they always do, and you can bank on it. Aaron's going to make the Jets newsworthy and fun and flashy, and they'll get more headlines than the Giants, and they won't win the Super Bowl because the Jets don't. And the Giants will be quiet and efficient with a brilliant offensive coach and a smart GM that will help load up the roster and fix the offensive line. In the weaker NFC, they will make the playoffs, and then watch out. Watch out. But this is what they are. The little brother always has to make noise, a big splash, to bark loud, to show what they are, and nothing is more fitting than this morning the Jets are reportedly interested in OBJ. That is so New York, it hurts. So New York Jets, it hurts. The minute he got loud, the Giants moved on. He's still loud, and the Jets lean in. They're a make news franchise. And that's the reality. When you get 2 pro teams in a city and so much money at stake, they take big swings. They want to make headlines. They want to be in the back page of the tabloid. So OBJ and Aaron Rodgers, it is just such classic Jets. Rex Ryan was the coach of the Jets, and he couldn't stop talking, couldn't stop making promises, couldn't stop being outspoken. They wanted to be on Hard Knocks. And the Giants, that's just not the way it works. That is not. It's a blue blood franchise, understated, almost embarrassed. I can tell you what the Jets are going to do, but I can also tell you how the Giants privately are reacting to the OBJ news and the Aaron Rodgers drama. They're laughing in that building. They're gone. Look at those guys. As much as things change, they stay the same with New York football. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.